Hello, hello, hello. How are you? I am trying something. Let's see. Enter. Oh, let's see, guys. Trying to see. Hang on with me just a minute because I want to make sure I can. Hold on. Hold on just a second. Oh, no, I don't want to end it. Okay, just want to make sure that you can see both of what I've got going on today. Hello, hello, friends. How are you? I am just doing a little testing here, and hopefully everything's going to work out. If not, we will find out afterwards. But welcome to my channel. This is So Inspired Designs. My name is Susan. I am so happy that you're here with me in the craft room. And I have a fun project that I want to try out with you guys. So make sure that you say hello if you hop onto the live. And I hope that you'll keep checking back here for inspiration. This is something new for 2024. I'm going to try to come in and do some lives over here more and more, and also start sharing in from some other history. I have some other ones that I need to add up here. So anyway, let's get started because I want to show you guys something. So I got this cool it's called a flower press frame from Target Bullseye. And I got it, I don't know, a year or more ago, you guys. I got several of them. And I had a fun idea that I thought might be a cool project to show. We're going to do this tonight, and it actually has a dual purpose. I like projects where you can have, I guess I could just do this for a second. I like projects where you can have just, y'all, that light. I like projects that have more than one use. So I am just getting familiar with the StreamYard situation. So please bear with me as I try to get my stuff set up right. So I apologize if that is a nuisance, but I promise we're going to get there. We're getting there. Practice makes perfect. Anyway, I thought it would be fun to try something with this frame, but that I can use it for now and add it to my coffee bar for winter because as I'm creating this video, it is January. It's the middle of January and it's pretty cold here. I actually live in coastal North Carolina and it's actually even cold here right now as well. So once Valentine's get here at the beginning of February, I like to decorate Valentine's. It's a multi-purpose. I can actually use this also as a Valentine project. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to flip over and give you guys the project and me less and the project more. And hopefully that is a good layout for you guys. We're going to give it a try. Now I can put my light back so that you guys can see well, I hope. Hopefully we won't have too much glare. I recently moved into the home that we're in and my craft room is not set up yet. So I'm kind of just working with the best I can at this point until I can get everything set up, and then I'll have my ring lights and everything around. So this frame, I've already taken it apart. It comes with two pieces. This is acrylic. Of course, this is the wood, the color it comes. And it's acrylic. I've already taken it apart, have it ready to go. I've already taken a piece of wrapping paper, you guys. Let me flip it. Let me turn this. Oh, that was interesting. What the heck? Oh, I didn't mean for that to. Oh, I think I ended it. Oh, shoot. Y'all, I did not mean to. Oh, shoot. Hang on. Let me get back in here again. I hit the button, I think. Oh, goodness, y'all. Hang on. Oh, great. Here we go. We're going to start right from scratch. Hang on, y'all. Ooh. Let me get back in there. Holy cow, y'all. I apologize. I told you this thing is crazy, and I'm allowing. I'm gonna mute that and enter studio. Okay. Whew. Oh my goodness. All right, guys, hang on because I gotta flip. Actually, I'll hit this here for a second until I get this straight. Bear with me. I had it exactly how I needed it to be. We're all friends here, right? We're gonna get this figured out. No worries. I promise you this is gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. Okay, I had this all set up and ready to go, and then I hit the end button by accident. Okay, so Let's try again. Let's try again because I definitely want you guys to be able to see the project. I was trying to move it and I didn't mean to hit the. Now I can't even get it lined up right. Where I want you guys to see the project. There we go. Okay, I think that's right. Okay, shall we try again? Holy cow, y'all. Let's flip it. Okay, so I have this piece of wrapping paper. This is actually from Christmas, but I thought it was a really good, you guys, I did not cut that straight. I thought it was a really good, like, multi-purpose kind of paper that could be used really for anything more, even Christmas and beyond. So let me just straighten that edge out because that's going to bug me. I thought I fixed that last night, but I must not have. Okay. So I just cut it a little bit smaller than the width of the frame. And it's just a really neutral kind of paper, but it has a little bit of bling. I like a lot of bling, so this has a little bit of bling just to make it fun as well. So wrong way. And I'm hoping I don't run out of power before we finish this. Okay, so I'm going to take a piece of, this is where like the tag was in here. I'm going to take a couple pieces of just 2 little glue dots. And I think, guys, I may have gotten these from Dollar Tree. I don't even know. But we're going to just put a couple of glue dots on the back of this paper, just enough to hold it in place on the acrylic frame. And all I did was clean the frame. I tried to clean it. So I'm just going to kind of try to center that. And I'm an eyeballer, so let's just hope that it is straight, because I don't even have my grid mat down yet. That's still somewhere. It has not been determined where yet since the move. All right, so I've got that on the paper. Can't tell if that's 100% straight. I didn't even use a paper cutter. I'm not even sure if I know where my paper cutter is yet. And then I am going to go ahead and put my top portion on there when I'm ready to put it into the frame. We're going to move the frame out of the way for just a minute because we need to do a couple things. We're going to put a design on this piece of acrylic. So like I said, I did clean it, and I am going to use this transfer. Let's see, how can I hold it? There we go. I'm going to use this transfer. It's called Winter Cheer. It is not available anymore in my shop, but I have many other, I put a link in the comments. I have many other winter designs. I have lots of Valentines. I have lots of designs. This is our smallest design. It's an A size transfer. So that means it's almost like a 5x7, or it will fit on a 5x7 surface. You know, you could certainly use it elsewhere as well. You could use it on a bigger surface and add things to it. You could also use it on, just use bits and pieces of it. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to use the whole design, and it does say cold brew coffee brewed locally with love. So that's why I thought it would be fun on the coffee bar. So because I'm putting it on acrylic, and this is a self-adhesive reusable silkscreen transfer stencil. Some people call it a stencil because it is like a stencil, but it's a sticky and you can reuse it a dozen times or more. And it has a silk screen. So you're going to have some little details you couldn't get in other ways. But it is sticky. I don't want it to grab a hold of this acrylic. It really the stickiness is too much for the acrylic or glass, or even if you were doing it on like a metal, something like that. So I'm going to do what we call fuzzing it. And that's just using a cloth. This is a terry cloth. It's a double-sided little terry cloth mat that we have in my shop. The link to items that I'm using, except for this Target thing, would be found in my online shop that I posted in the comments, you guys. So I am doing what we call fuzzing it. And that means is I'm putting some fuzz on the sticky part. So it's not quite as sticky, because it's going to really like to grab, my dog's back there. It's going to really like to grab the plastic, and I don't want to stretch my transfer. So that's why I did that. Now I'm going to take make sure there's nothing on on this acrylic. I'm gonna just kind of wipe it on my little cloth here, the little microfiber side. And then I, again, am going to eyeball this. I am going to place this down on the acrylic. trying to hopefully find the middle or close enough. You know, if it bothers you and you want to be exact, then you can absolutely 100% measure. But I usually do not. And it usually does take me a couple tries to get it straight. So bear with me just a moment. This will be the longest part of the whole process, I promise you. So and the cool thing about doing it on acrylic like this is I can wash this off later. If I decide I want to reuse this frame, then I can, because all I have to do is wash off the chalk. So I'm using what they call chalk paste. And what that is just wet chalk. So it dries hard to the touch and it will stay on there until I want it to come off. All right. So once I have it, then I'm going to smooth it out. I want to make sure there's no bubbles, no bumps, no little pieces of fuzz or anything in the silk screen that might affect my design. I felt something there. So let me just make sure that smoothed out. And I know this background is a little hard to see the design because of the background I'm using. I'm using this same color. But anyway, so that's what we've got. Whoa, sorry. That's what we got going right now, as you can see. And you can see right through it. So I am going to, I don't need this really, but we'll keep it there anyway, just in case. The colors I'm going to use, I've chosen for this is Couture Teal, which is our signature, one of our signature chalk paste colors. And I'm also going to use Shimmer Crimson because I like to have a little bit of shimmer and I want to have a hint of red on here just because it's tied in with, I usually, with my coffee bar, after Christmas, I take the Christmas away. I keep red and teals and anything that's like a winter that can work for winter and carry kind of into Valentine's Day. So that's why I'm using these colors. But I also like to use teal with red because I like that kind of color combination. I have that color a lot in my house and it's kind of retro. So that's why I use those colors. So I am going to take a squeegee, which is a tool we use to apply our chalk paste. And this is just a mini one. We have several different sizes available in my shop. And I'm actually going to take the chalk paste right out of my jar. Now you can also get chalk paste singles. We do have some in singles. Or you can buy a jar if you think it's something you can use a lot of. I am going to do this area. I still feel something. There we go. This area and the snowflake. And you know what? I'm wondering with the snow. I wanted to choose a color that's going to show up a little bit on the background because if I was just doing it clear, I would probably use one of my other shimmers. But I wanted to make sure that you could at least see this on the background, and I think you'll be able to. Actually, you know what? Let's do the shimmer first. Shimmer takes a little bit longer to dry than the regular chalk paste. Regular chalk paste takes about 5 minutes or less. Depending if you have on a ceiling fan or it's really hot and dry. This is a brand new shimmer. I haven't even stirred it yet. So I'm going to just stir it just a little bit. But shimmers take a little bit longer because of whatever element they put into it. So it's just better than using glitter because it doesn't make a mess. And I'm going to go ahead and do the shimmer pieces first because they won't dry as quickly. And I think I'm just going to do like these words here. And I love our shimmers because it has just adds a little sparkle and shine to any project. And we have it in a lot of colors. We have a lot of shimmer colors. So that makes me happy. I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and do all of these words. And then we're just going to do the top part to say winter. And this is going to be super quick. And it's just, I like to repurpose things or upcycle. I like to use inexpensive things that I can either reuse or that I can just DIY it to make it go with my decor. And do you see how little I just used of that, you guys? I put my extra back in the jar. We have a variety of colors. You do not have to use these same colors that I'm using. You can choose your own. And if you ever need help with that, all you have to do is send me a message. I'll be glad to help you with that. Okay. So now we're going to take our teal We're going to do this part. And I do have other videos on here. I've shown, we actually have ink. We do, I've shown like tips and tricks. So there's lots of videos available. Hopefully you'll check out some on my channel. I'd love it if you would subscribe so that whenever I do go live or I update with a new project, that you can check it out. And it really does not take a lot. And I'm just pulling off any extra, trying to make sure I have my silk screen areas covered, but then I'm pulling off any extra chalk that I don't need. Okay. And then we're going to do the magic. This is the magic of chalk. I'm going to go ahead and grab this. And I'm going to slowly start on my corner and then kind of come over to the middle. And just pull it back. We do suggest you pull your transfers back from the middle. And as you can see, it's still grabbing it. Even though I fuzzed it, it's still grabbing it pretty strongly. So if you feel like it's doing that, you can just wiggle it a little and just move it slowly. And the cool thing about it is that now I'll take that transfer and I'll wash it in my sink with cool water and something we call a board eraser. And then I will let it air dry and put it right back on my backer sheet. This is a backer sheet I took it off of, and it will be ready to use again for another project. I could make a t-shirt. I could make anything I wanted out of this. Let's see, maybe that'll be better. There we go. Let's move that. I'm on a temporary desk situation too, but there you go. So that's what we've got. That will dry in just a few minutes. But if I wanted to speed it up, I can take my little handy dandy air dryer. It's not heat. It's not a blow dryer. It's just a little air dryer. And it will, got a little chalk there. It'll just speed up the process. Otherwise, you just let it sit. If I was doing this not on a live, what I would do is I would pull the transfer off and I'd let it sit and dry. And I would go wash my transfer and my squeegees in the sink. And by the time I got back, it would be dry. But I'm just gonna, since we're gonna be handling it, I wanna go ahead and make sure it's dry so I don't smear anything. But do you see all the detail and how fun that is? It's so easy and simple. And this is versatile. We can use our chalk paste. We can use our chalk ink. We have ink, not chalk ink. We have our ink, and it's permanent. So you can heat set it and wash things. You never have to worry about it coming off or peeling off. It's going to be permanent once you ink something and then heat set it. And you can also use etching cream or what is the other thing called? Torch cream. Is it torch cream? Where you can, it's the stuff you put on there where you can then burn it, make it look like it's burnt. So you can use that with any of our transfers that we have. So you can make your own shirts. You can make your own, look like a wood burning. You could make your own pillowcases. This would be adorable on a onesie. You could just use winter cheer. You don't even have to do the sold here. You could not do those words and just do winter cheer, and that would be adorable. Or you could make a sign. You could do whatever you want. So now all we're going to do is place that on top of it. And like I said, this is all ready to go for this particular season. But if I want to take this off in, let's see, say March, and put something on here that's more St. Patrick's Day or spring, because I think Easter's in March this year as well, then I can just wet it, reactivate the chalk and scrape it off and wipe it down with, I usually, before I work on something like this, I use like an alcohol, I use like glass cleaner or like an alcohol wipe, just to make sure there's no residue or film or oils on there. So now we're going to take this frame. Like I said, it's a flower press frame. And I am just going to, should be dry. Yep. It's all dry now. I am just going to put this in here. Okay. I had a little trouble getting it out the other day for some reason. All right. I'm running low on batteries, so we're going to finish up, and hopefully this is not going to scrape it off, because I was having trouble with this frame getting it out. For some reason, it's very tight on the sides. Okay. So now it's down in there, and it has one of those little foam things to hold it in place because it's assuming you're going to put flowers in there and change it out. And then we have a fun little sign to put on our coffee bar or wherever we wanted to put it. Isn't that cute? Now, what I also plan on doing is when Valentine's gets here, the beginning of February, I'll decorate for Valentine's around the house. And what I'll do is I'll pull this back out and I'll actually just flip the wallpaper side, not the wallpaper, I keep wanting to say wallpaper, the wrapping paper side around. And so it's facing on this side. So you'll see the wrapping paper on this side. And then I did these little wood cutouts, not wood cutouts, they're called chalkable shapes. I did this with a transfer yesterday, and I'm just going to adhere these onto here. And then we're going to have a fun another little sign with that background. I'm just going to reuse it, or I could choose another one if I found a heart one or something I liked better, and then make another sign. So it's multi-purpose. I could actually even put another piece of that same paper on the back here just so that I could just flip it, but that's just as easy to do as just to pull it out and flip this piece around so that I can see it. But that's my idea for you. I just thought I would pop on and share that with you. I hope that you will like and subscribe to my channel. And as always, feel free to ask me any questions that you have. I love coming on and sharing project ideas with you. Oh, sorry guys, I didn't mean to disappear. I love coming on and sharing project ideas with you. And if there's something that I can do to inspire you to create, that's what I want to do. So come back and join me next time. And until I see you, then please be safe, be healthy, and be blessed. All right, friends. Bye.